Hi there, I am Orwa Usopp, and you are watching me play this thing. That must mean I'm back with more Discworld 2, brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Yes. Alright, I'm just a little confused by the fact that, that thing was still there. Or not there, or whatever. What was that?
A genie bottle, eh?
Genie
Obviously
bottle.
a good home for beings of the non-substantial persuasion.
Okay,
Sort of a sense of foreboding here.
isn't there? What else is there to look at? What else did I miss? Come on, tell me. Well,
Quite well, thank you. Well, go on, ask it. I get a migraine if you don't ask the right questions once the answers have come.
Hello, Mrs. Cake. How are you?
That's better.
to ask about the genie bottle.
Might I borrow that genie bottle you have up on the shelf up there?
I tell you what, you can have the bottle, but only if you get me some nice, fresh ectoplasm.
Ectoplasm? What? That stuff that drips down walls? Sort of ghostly goo?
Ghostly goo.
That's the stuff. Nice and slippery.
Ew.
Won't the wallpaper get all sticky?
That's what the punters want these days, dear. They don't think you're a proper psychic unless there's ectoplasm sloshing all over the place.
So, we're going to have to wring
Bye!
some goop out of a ghost. I can live with this. A closet. An ironing board. Free stuff. I like it a free stuff. What's this? A petticoat.
I'm afraid I can't cut that.
Sure you can.
I'm afraid I can't cut that.
Are you sure? Oh well. Man, I got a lot of stuff in here. How much stuff do I have in here? I has got a lot of stuffings. Oh well. Can't cut it, but I can swipe it. Creepy enough, but hey. Wait, it's just a dummy, Rinceman. You don't have to worry about embarrassing a dummy, except yourself. Alright, let us head on up a car. I want that genie bottle. So she will trade it for some ectoplasm in it. Ectoplasm. Interesting. Well, I sure as heck know what to do about that. I think. Let's see if the witch is being disturbed yet. I know I sent the dwarf after her. Nope. I'm slightly worried plot-wise because I don't think the plot is advancing. And I don't know what I did wrong. And my chicken is drunk.
A coffee pot. Well, I say coffee if you could call it that. Whatever it is, if you drink it, you'll at least be dead, if not dead sober. One rooster, totally plastered.
My drunken breed. Dude, there's no need to pour the whole bucket into one chicken.
Spare a gold piece, sir. Spare a gold piece.
He's now a wired
One
chicken.
rooster, cold turkey sober.
And probably wired to all heck and back. Of course, we have a use for a rooster call, don't we? Yeah. Quit digging in your ear. It's disgusting. Here, check out this rooster. Uh-oh. Time to head home. Yep, off he goes. He's heading home to hide in his crypt. goes to sleep. Good for him. And he takes his teeth out. Useful. Epically useful. Because he took his teeth out. You again. Are you still here, for God's sake? Seriously, woman. You're not getting anything done. You're not accomplishing doodly fudge. Or toodly pip. Alright, there we go. We use the ladder on the slab. Just come up to the slab and see what's on the slab. Teeth!
A Pinewood coffin. Actually, it's a little cosier inside than is strictly necessary. As tempting as it is to curl up in a coffin and see out this game, one just must continue.
Plus, it's occupied.
A drinking glass. Now, why would anybody have a glass beside their coffin?
You already know.
I have the strange feeling that I should leave it here. It could be an important plot element.
Well, it was before you got the teeth, but now it is not. And I cannot reclaim the ladder because he will just reclimb it if I touch it again. Not kidding. Wish I was. Alright, let's get out of here. We need to get us some ectoplasm. Ectoplasm. Just like, how long have I been recording? Anyway, ectoplasm. Back into the noisy room. But we have our haunted brick. And we threw it into the particle accelerator. The magical particle accelerator.
No.
No?
Don't you know it's wrong to mix spirits?
Oh, Chucky! Oh, Chucky!
Is he gonna throw up on us? That's what I thought. Ew. At least we got a big old glob of ectoplasm.
Ectoplasm! I hope it's ectoplasm.
No kidding. Anything else that comes out of a ghost is not worth thinking about. Alright, we've got our ectoplasm. Ooh, ectoplasm. Ooh, I forgot about that. A saw! See it or do I see it?
Oh no, not that old saw.
There we go, I was going to say, a saw! At last, I have seen a saw!
You're a saw. I have a saw. I can now go, saw things.
That's the mortuary. That's the bar. That's you. You smell. Go away. There we go. I got your ectoplasm. Ooh, spooky.
Here, take it and choke.
There was a lot more than that. Very happy to get that. And I got the genie bottle. Yay! Oh, bloody hell, the genie bottle. Yes. Right, lads. Right. Alright, I'm also going to saw the arm off of your dummy. Because you're creepy and weird. And you know what? If you were real psychic, you'd have seen it coming. There we go. I guess she's not a real psychic. Let's get out of here. This place is creepy weird. And she smells funny. Yeah, I'm done here. Anyway, now we've got a petticoat, and we know what to do with it, don't we? Yes, we do. Wait a minute. No, that didn't really sound that. Yeah. It is going to serve an adventure game purpose, which means it will have nothing to do with its intended purpose, actually.
How sweet. Lovely little flowers. Just what the bees need to do their work.
Yep. I like this guy's accent.
Keep off them bees there, sir.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
I said, do please keep away from the bees. They're very dangerous. You need the right equipment, see? A veil, smoke, that kind of thing.
Veil and smoke.
Oh, come on, they're not that dangerous, are they?
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Last fellow here who tried to mess with that hive ended up stung, bewitched, and turned into the helpless love slave of the bee queen.
Yikes.
Really?
As the gods judge me, sir. He was off there collecting pollen day and night just for the privilege of seeing her mandibles crease up in a smile, sir. Awful. Awful the degradation he got put through, sir.
Oh, gods, it must have been horrible.
Yes, sir. The pollen made me sneeze something awful.
Wah, wah, wah,
I think at this point I should buzz off.
That wasn't worth a drum shot. Rim shot.
Look, can I have some wax out of the beehive, or do I have to get tough?
Tough? What? Go in there and fight the queen herself?
No, I mean get tough with you. You know, threaten, offer violence, intimidate you through use of magic powers, that sort of thing.
There's no call for that sort of thing, sir.
Yeah.
If you're going to take that attitude, I'm afraid I'm going to have to force you to go on a bizarre quest to find objects which will catch my interest and curry my favour.
Oh, that would be a novelty.
You've no one but yourself to blame, sir. Off you go. The days are wasting.
All right. Well,
So you really like bees a lot then?
Oh, yeah, they're wonderful little things, sir. Such rich and varied lives.
yep. Go read Clan Apis or Apis. I'm not sure.
Zooming into the
APIS.
hive and,
Go read
and
it.
zooming out again and poetry. Pure poetry in motion.
Poultry and that'd be chickens.
No one pays them enough attention, sir. That's what I think. If only someone would give the little darlings the recognition they deserve.
Quite.
I mean, it's all ants these days, sir. Ants this and ants that. Ants can carry 100 times their own body weight.
Yes, now, look.
I mean, it's nothing a bee can't cap, sir. Look at your basic regurgitation process, or the fascinating little dances bees perform. Point. I see a flower filled with nectar.
Narf. Point.
Point.
No.
Watch out for the spider's web over in that tree. Point.
No.
The clover's coming into bloom. Where's he gone then? I was just getting into the really interesting bits.
All right. So he wants to tell the people about bees. How about we get him to go away and tell the people about bees? The clicky brochure. Clickies. Clickies.
Look, here's
Sounds
something
like
that
a
may interest
lubricant
you.
for a machine.
You seem to know all about bees. Why don't you make a clicky about them? You could then pass on all your knowledge, so to speak.
You don't say. You know, you may just have something there. It's time the world knew the facts about bees.
Just as long as it's not a movie about the birds and the bees, that's a completely different kind of clicky right there. Alright, he's off. So let's take our matches and light our free incense. Wait, take our matches and light our free incense. Yes. And then we take our chili powders and we rub it on the flowers because we need dribbly candles, so the bees need to be sweating. If you make normal candles, then you don't get what you need. We need dribbly candles. So how do we know it's going to affect the bees? Well, just watch them. You can see them sweating. Can't you see the bees sweat? Well, not yet anyway, but now they've visited the flowers. It took them a while, good lord. Oh yeah, those are some sweaty bees. No doubt. Alright, we're done hiding. Stop hiding, Rincewind. Alright, let's use our pretty petticoat. We've got a veil, sort of. And we've got lit incense. Careful, wouldn't want to get hives. Oh, that was terrible. And I've got dribbly beeswax.
Ah, dribbly beeswax. Makes up in free spirit for what it lacks in stability.
Yes.
Beehives. I think worker bees are so nasty only because they do all the work and the queen gets all of the other. But, you know, a bit of romance, a bit of soft lighting, maybe a little cup of nectar shared with the drones, and I think worker bees could be as nice to get on with as anybody. Or am I just talking rubbish? All right, it was only a thought. I'll get back to the game then, if you're so keen to always be practical. I don't know, you try to add a little bit of philosophical depth, and do you get any thanks?
Leave.
I think not.
Leave the side comments to me. It's my job.